Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Wolfie TV. And of course, the transfer window is officially open, and that means that we've got a new signing to speak about, and it's Brighton who we're going to be speaking about today. We know that they're going to be making a couple of signings that are already pretty much confirmed, just needed that final, yes, we've done it from the club. And the first one has come through already today, and that is JOAO Pedro, who, of course, they have signed from Watford in what is a club record £30 million fee. Now, this is a transfer which I'm really excited about, and I'm going to go into detail and why throughout the video. Also give you a bit of background around the player and, just let you guys know why I'm really excited for Brighton about this signing. So let's waste no more time and let's jump into speaking about the man on screen. JOAO Pedro, the fee, of course, as I've already mentioned, is a club record £30 million. Now, the only thing that's really weird about this transfer, and this is probably where I'm going to lose a lot of Brighton fans because they're going to go, what an absolutely awful joke, is the fact that they didn't sign this guy when he was lurking back in South America during 2020 when Watford did sign him. They signed him in Jan 2020 when he was playing for Fluminense. Now, what's really interesting is, of course, as we know, Brighton, you guys love a South American talent. So that's the only one weird thing about this transfer, just the fact that you didn't poach him somewhat earlier. And that, of course, is why you're making that club record fee. But does it really matter? No, because you've got European football and you're obviously going to be making a lot from selling players this summer as well. So what can I tell you about the JOAO Pedro? Well, firstly, he's a young talent, still only 21 years of age, and definitely got massive room for improvement, not because he's a bad player, but just looking at, back at how he's already progressed since he's been at Watford and where he's come from. This is definitely a guy that works hard. He's got that talent about him. He works hard with it, though. And I've got a real good feeling about him. I really do. I think he really is going all the way to the top. Who knows, the way that you guys are moving at Brighton, that could even be with you as well. He can play a variety of positions. Whilst at Watford last season, he played as a centre forward. He played as a second striker, and he also played out on the left wing. And in fact, in all of those positions, he had no problem contributing both goals and assists. In his 35 league appearances, he managed to bag 11 goals and also get 5 assists for the club. And as I say, he did that across the variety of the positions. And I think that's because of the makeup of the player he is. You can really see him in any one of these positions. And I think that's going to be a benefit to Brighton, someone that can play across this forward line. He even played a couple of games on the right-hand side as well. So, yeah, a really exciting player for that reason. And I just want to point out the SOFA score rating, 7.29 for the season whilst at Watford last season. Guys, in case you don't know massively about SOFA score, that ratings can be quite harsh at times. Let me tell you, this 7.28 rating, that's a very good rating, to be honest. Even some that have decent seasons tend to get the high 6s. Really good rating in general. So let's have a little look at his strengths. Hi guys, just a quick one for me before we get back to the video. If you are enjoying the video, please do me a massive favour, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel and enjoying the content so far, please do hit that subscribe button as well. Going to be keeping you up to date with all the latest transfer ongoings. We also have Premier League predictions and different club analysis throughout the usual season as well. So hit that subscribe button and let's get back to speaking about JOAO Pedro. Firstly, weaknesses-wise, I couldn't really find anything too much to pick up on, in all honesty. I was reading a bit about his time when he was at Fluminense and he first came through at Watford. And one of the things that got said, he was a little bit lazy tracking back in possession. You fast forward to where he is now, that can't be said. In fact, he likes a tackle, as I've said, in his traits, and this is where I'm speaking about how he's developing as a player. He's making sure he's contributing and he can bring a lot to his game. He's got dribbling, he's got the pace, he's also got passing as well. It makes me wonder if he might be slightly better out on that left-hand side. I think Watford definitely found that more towards, I think it was towards the end of the season. But he can also play as a second striker, as I mentioned, as a centre forward as well. So there's lots of variety of different positions that he can play. And because of his dribbling ability and his pace, he does draw a foul. A little bit like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of other players such as Grealish. He often gets fouled, doesn't he? And he's been having a wonderful time these last few days. But he does get fouled purely because the ball sticks to him like glue. It's hard to get that ball off him. I suppose in that way, JOAO Pedro is kind of similar to that. Very good dribbling ability. He's got a very burst of pace as well, which obviously can be, very effective against defenders. But he's not afraid to give it back as well. He does like a tackle. He likes getting stuck in. And, obviously he's got that Brazilian flair, that especially these forward line Brazilian players, you're going to get the little tricks and whatnot. You're going to get the dribbling ability, aren't you? That's what I think that's just ingrained into Brazilian football, really. For £30 million, especially when you see the likes of McAllister that are leaving, Caicedo that potentially might be leaving as well. I think this is a really shrewd buy. I think this is a good buy, and it's not just a look forward to now. It's a look forward to the future. And of course, he's going to get lots of opportunity, whether that's going to be within the league, whether that's going to be in the Europa League. And he's also going to probably get the chance to prove himself in, a lot of different positions. And as we know, the Brighton system is a very fluid system. And for that reason, I think this is why JOAO Pedro is an ideal match. And I think he's going to bring a real excitement and continue that excitement that Brighton have been offering, particularly over the last couple of seasons. So, guys, that is a roundup of the player you are getting. Let me know in the comments if you are a Brighton fan. Are you glad that you've got this signing? Of course, you were fought off Newcastle, who were potentially rumoured anyway to be interested. If you're not a Brighton fan, what do you make of him? If you're a Watford fan watching, how was he for your club? And also let me know, are you a bit gutted if you're not either of those and you missed out on him? Let me know in the comments as well. And guys, please, as I said earlier, please do hit that like button, subscribe to the channel as well. We're going to be keeping you up to date with all the latest transfer rumours, confirmed transfers across the Premier League in these short, concise videos. So do subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you later. Take care. Have a good day. Goodbye.